Reducing wealth inequality through taxation is a complex and multifaceted challenge that has been a topic of debate and policy implementation in many countries, including the Netherlands. To explore this topic comprehensively, we will examine the Dutch economy, its historical context, and various tax policies and their impact on wealth inequality. This discussion will be structured as follows. 1. Introduction. Wealth inequality is a pressing issue in many economies worldwide. High levels of wealth concentration can lead to social unrest, hinder economic growth, and undermine the principles of fairness and justice. Taxation is often considered a tool to address wealth inequality. In the case of the Netherlands, a nation known for its progressive tax system, we will delve into whether taxes alone can effectively reduce wealth inequality. 1. Historical context. To understand the Dutch economy's wealth distribution, it's essential to examine its historical context. Golden Age. The 17th century marked the Dutch Golden Age, characterized by economic prosperity, trade dominance, and a growing merchant class. This period laid the foundation for the modern Dutch economy and its wealth distribution. Industrialization. The 19th and early 20th centuries saw industrialization and the rise of capitalist structures. Wealth and power became concentrated in the hands of industrialists and financiers. Post-World War II era. After World War II, the Dutch government implemented a range of social and economic policies aimed at reducing inequality. The welfare state was established, with generous social welfare programs and progressive taxation. 1. Dutch tax system. The Dutch tax system has evolved over time to address wealth inequality. Income tax. The Netherlands has a progressive income tax system, with higher income earners paying a higher percentage of their income in taxes. Wealth tax. Historically, the Netherlands had a wealth tax, but it was abolished in 2001 due to administrative complexities and concerns about capital flight. Inheritance tax. The country also levies inheritance and gift taxes, which aim to redistribute wealth across generations. Corporate tax. Corporate taxation policies have implications for wealth distribution, as they can impact the wealth of business owners and shareholders. 1. Impact of taxation on wealth inequality. Let's explore how these tax policies have impacted wealth inequality. Progressive income tax. Progressive income taxation theoretically reduces wealth inequality by redistributing income from high earners to lower earners. However, its effectiveness depends on the progressivity of the tax brackets and the ability of high earners to utilize tax planning strategies. Wealth tax abolishment. The decision to abolish the wealth tax in 2001 sparked debates about whether this policy change exacerbated wealth inequality by reducing the taxation of assets. Inheritance and gift taxes. These taxes aim to prevent the concentration of wealth within a few dynastic families by imposing taxes on large transfers of assets. However, their impact may vary depending on exemptions and thresholds. Corporate taxation. The corporate tax policy can indirectly affect wealth inequality by influencing the income and wealth of business owners and shareholders. Tax avoidance strategies by multinational corporations can also have repercussions on wealth distribution. 1. Challenges in reducing wealth inequality. While taxation plays a role in wealth redistribution, it faces several challenges. Tax evasion and avoidance. High net worth individuals and corporations often employ sophisticated strategies to minimize their tax liability, reducing the effectiveness of progressive taxation. Globalization. In an increasingly globalized world, wealth can easily move across borders to jurisdictions with lower tax rates, making it difficult for any single country to address wealth inequality through taxation. Economic growth. Policies aimed at reducing wealth inequality must also consider their impact on economic growth. High tax rates on the wealthy may disincentivize investment and entrepreneurship, potentially harming overall prosperity. Political factors. The willingness of policymakers to enact and enforce progressive tax policies is influenced by political considerations and public opinion. 1. Case studies and comparative analysis. To gain a deeper understanding, we can compare the Dutch experience with other countries that have implemented different tax policies to address wealth inequality. For example, Nordic model. Scandinavian countries like Sweden and Norway are known for their comprehensive welfare systems and high taxation rates. We can examine their experiences with wealth distribution. United States. Contrasting the Dutch system with the US, where wealth inequality is pronounced and taxation policies differ significantly, can provide valuable insights. 1. Future directions. Given the challenges and complexities of reducing wealth inequality through taxation, we can explore potential future directions. International cooperation. Collaborative efforts to combat tax evasion and harmonize tax policies globally could be a more effective approach. Wealth transparency. Implementing measures to increase transparency in wealth holdings and offshore accounts can make it harder to evade taxes. Innovation in taxation, exploring innovative tax policies, such as a wealth tax with clearer guidelines or a universal basic income, could be considered. 1. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Dutch experience with wealth inequality and taxation illustrates the complexities of addressing this issue solely through tax policies. While progressive taxation can be an essential tool in wealth redistribution, it faces numerous challenges, including tax evasion, globalization, and economic growth considerations. The Dutch case also highlights the need for a holistic approach that includes international cooperation and innovative policy solutions to effectively reduce wealth inequality in a rapidly changing global economy. Ultimately, the pursuit of a fair and equitable society requires ongoing evaluation and adaptation of taxation policies to achieve meaningful results.